What's up, my brothers and sisters? Anyone who this video, my name is Elenix. We are back again with another video. So guys, I'm making this quick little video to pretty much talk about C6 Bennett and why I don't regret C6ing him. So I'm gonna break this down into timestamps, so if you want to see something specific, you can go to the specific area you want, but hopefully editing Elenix takes care of background footage so you guys aren't just listening to my voice. If not, then hey, how you doing? But C6 Bennett, let me go ahead and start off with C6. Well, normally Bennett, when you place down his ult, you gotta stand within his field to get his attack buff, and if you run noblesse, you get an extra attack, but the attack goes off his flat number, the white number on his stats. When you C6 him, the field that you have to stand in to get that now gives you pyro infusion on your weapons. Now, for some of you, that may not sound bad if you don't know the downside of it, but for some people it's actually horrible, and mainly because it ruins some team comps, and I have found some way around them. But certain team comps, especially just physical users like Eula, Razor, I'm not even sure if Razor is really affected because when you use Razor's ult, but I know Eula, I know Razor, maybe without his ult, maybe physical Kaya, I'm not sure anyone else outside of that, but I know they're affected. Physical users are definitely affected hard. Pyro users get a buff because C6 Bennett actually benefits them because they get a 15% more pyro damage increase. So there is the benefit there, but the main downside for it is the pyro infusion because you can't turn it off, and it overrides other infusions. So Kaching, she can't do her electro infusion. I'm pretty sure it does the same thing with Chongyun. He can't do the cryo infusion. Who else does infusion? I think those are like the main two from the top of my head. I don't know anyone else who does infusion from the top of my head. But I think that's pretty much it. So why did I C6 Bennett? Which is the main question here. Well, the main thing is the little dot in the corner under the Paimon thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you have C6 and you haven't used it, that annoyed me. But that wasn't the main thing. One of the main things, that was one of them, but that was like a small one. The main one was the fact of what was my downsides towards it, and it was mainly because of what I used. So at least for me, this is at least how I go around it. For me, when I use characters, a lot of times I don't use Bennett. Like 99% of the time, if I'm being 99% honest, or actually if I'm being 100% honest, I just said 99 so many times. If I'm being completely honest, I rarely try to use Bennett in my teams, and that's mainly because of the attack buff. I try to rely on the character's strength themselves, and then at least with their teammates, if anything like that. So with Bennett, I wasn't really having a downside because it was like, well, I'm not really using you. And then the other hand was, even when it came to if I did use him, it was 99% of the time with Xiao, which Xiao doesn't get affected because you can't override his Anemo infusion. And even if I was maining like Raiden Shogun or Arataki Ito, I'm pretty sure I will still be chilling because it's the same thing with them. You can't override their ults. So with me, it was just, what was my downside here? I do have Eula and I do use Eula, but the thing about Eula was, my Eula team at this point is just Eula, Raiden Shogun, Zong, and Albedo. And if I do run another physical user, I'll just put Zong and, and Albedo with them just to override that, because 99% of the time I'm going to throw Bennett with Xiao. Or my new favorite thing now, because he's C6, is to run him with Kazu, and it's just beautiful. So it was more just turning to what was my downside here. I wasn't, the team comps wasn't affected because I had alternatives pretty much, and then my main wasn't affected because they don't get overridden through their ult. So what was my downside? It kind of just was like, I'm just holding on to this because I was seeing so many videos saying, don't C6 your Bennett's not gonna be worth it. If you C6 your Bennett, you're ruining your account. Like, it was just, what was my loss to it? It wasn't really a loss to it. And I'm gonna be honest, since I C6 him, I've been advocating that like a hard I've been advocating that hard. I have been advocating, see, like, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, if someone uses a Bennett online, if I'm doing co-op, that they'll do the ult and I'm like, dang, this ain't C6. I was used to that. I got so used to C6, and it was funny to me how the moment I C6'd Bennett, Spiral Abyss, when I did it that week, when I C6'd him, I clapped it with Bennett and Kazu, and it was just like, bro, why not do this sooner? Now, am I gonna say C6 your Bennett? No, I'm not saying you should C6 your Bennett, but what I am saying is this is the reason why I C6 my Bennett. Now, if you want to C6 your Bennett, I thought hard about C6ing my Bennett. I think I thought like probably like a month of doing it, mainly because it was just like, well, I was thinking like, what was my downside here? If you want to C6 your Bennett, I would have to say you have to have alternative teams in terms of your physical users, your non-physical users, the ones who can get overrided, pretty much. And it's just like, well, what's the point? Like, what is it, Kaching? I do use Kaching a lot, and I have tried Kaching with Bennett in Spiral Abyss, and I literally just do Pyro Kaching, but now I just get free overload. So if I throw out her E, instead of me teleporting to it and getting the Electro Infusion, I just do the charge attack to make it explode, but I already have the Pyro Infusion, and so I just get free overloads. So it's just the kind of tech that you gotta think about when it comes to that. But overall, it works. Like, Bennett and Xiangling has been killing it more since he's been C6. I've been messing around with other like Pyro builds. Like, I've been messing around with Pyro Ayaka, Pyro Kachi, Pyro Shao. I just been messing around with different things. Pyro Kazuha is definitely my favorite. And plus, if you have a Kazuha, if I'm being 99% honest here, if you C6 your Bennett and you throw on a Kazuha on the mix, then technically Kazuha can play your bootleg Pyro Goblet. So now you technically aren't getting any disadvantages. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's little things that you can figure out depending on the characters you have to make certain things for C6 work. But if you don't have certain of those things, then it's like, I can see why it's kind of hard, or it's not worth doing it. But that's kind of my reason for doing it. I do enjoy it, and C6 Bennett has been very fun for me in terms of just like messing around and everything. Now, I do want to say, as a little quick thing, I am going to work on this Shao video that I have planned, and I'm just letting you guys know because it is going to be a weapon comparison video in a way for something that I just want to get started and kind of like put my insight on before something comes out. If you know for Shao, then you know, but if you don't, it's all right. But I definitely want to touch up on something and then kind of go at that. But that's pretty much this video. It's just pretty much what I think and why I C6 Bennett. And let me know in the comments if you guys C6 your Bennett and if you actually like your C6 Bennett. And if you didn't C6 your Bennett, let me know what's preventing you actually. I'm very curious if it's physical. Just say like physical is preventing me, like a physical character preventing me from C6ing Bennett or anything like that. And also let me know if you want to C6 Bennett, like if you had the option to C6 Bennett, but he wouldn't, let me know if it was like, if you were able to C6 him, but he didn't override it, override your skills, but then you can also make it to where he can for certain characters. Let me know if you would do that too. But that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I just want to get a quick little thing going so I can get a video in today, and then hopefully this is uploaded today where the time is going. So if you guys see this by the time I am recording this, which is exactly February 22nd, that'll be awesome. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. My name is Elenix, and if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the video with a like. I still need to get an outro that actually flows all together, but you know what, that doesn't matter right now. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go, and I will see you kings and queens on the next one.